Philippines who has amassed a flock, he says, numbers in the millions. Poor people who give what little they have to the man they believe is the second coming of Jesus. Bill Weir journeyed there to meet him.
Throughout the Bible, prophets, angels, and Jesus himself all promised that the Son of God would return to create heaven on earth. And throughout the ages, billions of Christians have wondered, when? But what if the second coming is here?
ABC
now?
News. The Watchmen the channel posted
There are
this.
a number of would-be
I'll watch
messiahs who
some
claim
end time
exactly
stuff
that,
too.
and few are more
Well,
physically convincing than a former
we're
Russian
living in the
traffic
last
cop
days.
named Sergei Toro. In the woods of rural Siberia, he is known as Vissarion, the teacher, and around 5,000 disciples live around him, growing their own food and feasting on his every word.
And my whole body was trembling. The trembling is not coming again. Well, it's very emotional to me.
Meanwhile, in London, David Shaler says he is the true Lord of Lords, but unlike Vissarion, no one believes him.
That doesn't bother me because I was chosen by God.
The former British intelligence agent says his body was filled with the Spirit of Jesus in 2007, a conviction which intensifies on a visit to Jerusalem.
We're in the Church Holy Sepulchre, and this behind me is supposed to be the tomb of Christ. Well, I'm Christ, I'm not in the tomb, I'm not dead yet.
But with no support, he lives in a squatter's camp outside London.
My agreement with Jesus, I don't ask for money off people. If you're the Messiah, you shouldn't be asking for money, you should have faith that God will look after you.
Prove to me that you are a son of God!
But that is not a sentiment shared by Pastor Apollo Quibelor, the most successful of the world's self-labeled saviors.
All these false
The
prophets.
official coming of the Son of God was in April 13, 2005.
He was an obscure evangelist from the rural Philippines until 2005, when he announced that God had appointed him Christ on earth.
He is an ordinary Australian making an extraordinary claim. AJ Miller says he's Jesus Christ. We first found him spruiking his message in Australia, but now this self-proclaimed Son of God has taken his mission to the world. Denham Hitchcock caught up with AJ deep in the heart of Texas.
I'm going to have to say that I'm Jesus. That's how much range is there, you see? I certainly...
It's not just a coincidence that I look like Jesus. I am the modern day Jesus Christ that you all have been waiting for.
The man who claims he is Jesus Christ.
Tell me we're not in the end times now. Tell me that.
Here are links where you can do the research for yourself.
Tell me this again. There are literally everything.
The U.S. removed
North
Secretary
Korea
of State
tests
Mike
new
Pompeo
missiles.
from talks over the North Korean nuclear program. The country's foreign minister said overnight they want to deal with someone who is, quote, more careful and mature. North Korea also said it test-fired a new tactical guided weapon. That's the regime's first such test since President Trump met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un earlier this year.
The two failed to reach a denuclearization.
Correspondent John Huddy joins us with more on this major development. Thanks for joining us, John.
Natural damn fire.
Okay, so let's start off. What exactly
See
did the
it?
Trump administration
Ever since
do?
that fire happened to that church, things have been
Yeah, well, the
happening.
Trump administration, Scotty, officially put Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC as it's known, on the U.S. State Department's list of designated foreign terrorist organizations, thus joining other groups such as ISIS, Boko Haram, Hamas, and
This is
Al-Qaeda,
the
among
news.
many others that are on this particular list.
This came out
Now,
today.
the designation, Scotty, went into effect today.
I searched it up
and
on my
certainly
phone, searched
raises
it up on the
concerns
news,
about the
on
specter
Google.
of war, particularly between the U.S. and Iran. The IRGC runs Iran's ballistic missile and nuclear programs. It's often referred to as the Elite Revolutionary Guard, run by Qassem Soleimani. for the Palestinian Islamic Jihad and Hamas in the Gaza Strip and Palestinian territories. There hasn't been any official reaction from Iranian leaders today, Scotty, such as the country's president Hassan Rouhani, though Iranian military leaders, political leaders have all criticized the Trump that it determines planned, authorized, or aided in the terrorist attacks on 9/11, or, and this is a key point, harbored such organizations and or persons, something the Trump administration says Iran has done with Al-Qaeda. So add to that the administration's staunch support of Israel and Israel's own red lines with Iran in Syria and the support of Iran's Middle East proxies, and there is the
people. At least 26
Deadly
tornadoes
tornadoes
were confirmed in 6 states from Texas to Delaware. Maria Villarreal has more from Alto, Texas.
There's a brick exterior that came right here.
There's 9 people dead.
Tornadoes hit Alto, a tiny town about 140 miles southeast of Dallas. Jennifer Como was a...
You got them twisters. What's this?
Colorado. At this point, it looks as if she was alone, that she took her own life with the weapon that she procured.
The manhunt lasted
Someone
more
killed
than 24
herself.
hours, forcing hundreds of schools to cancel classes today.
Here in New York carrying gas cans and lighters. Now it comes just 2 days after a huge fire ravaged Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Bolengi is outside St. Patrick's in Manhattan.
They tried to burn the
Information
church,
that we
that big
learned
church in
about
New
this
York
man
now.
who is now under arrest. Mola, good morning.
They're burning churches around the world.
Well, good morning, Nora. You'll see behind me there is still a noticeable police presence outside the cathedral.
You got that.
One of the many signs that we are living in the end times is the epidemic of violence that is sweeping the world today. Jesus tells us when society parallels the days of Noah, he will return, as we read in Matthew 24:37 through 39. But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be.
I'm kind of skipping through it because I don't know if they'll cut it off in time or not. What's this?
But this is a very significant event, right?
My gosh, it truly is, and especially for Christians. If you're a Christian, you should be aware of this issue. Right after the election of Modi, 4 years ago or so, the persecution rate almost doubled.
Describe what life has been like for India's minority Christians under Prime Minister Modi's Hindu-led government.
Getting reports of pastors being attacked, their churches invaded, they're beaten up, they're taken to the police station. You know, we've done our own survey, 1,000 different Christians across India. They ignore the attack, or they arrest the Christian instead of the perpetrators. Just last month, we had one of these.
That's it. But it's crazy what's happening because this stuff is actually real because it's the news, and you can look at real videos of people posting this stuff out. Jesus is coming back. There's like a video of the Notre Dame church, and they said that they saw some stuff in there like the cross and the statue of Mary and Jesus, and the crown of thorns was untouched. And there's a new video out saying that they saw a shape figure Jesus that was burning through on the church roof. But yeah, it's crazy what's happening. Well, be safe. God bless you.